The first time the forest spoke my name, I laughed. People laugh when they're scared but don't want to admit it yet. I was no different. I was 20 minutes into a night hike I absolutely should not have taken, phone at 12%, trail map useless, and trees packed so tightly together they looked stitched into the dark. Very funny, I said out loud, because that's what you say when you hear your name whispered from behind a tree and want to feel brave. No one answered. I kept walking. The forest smelled wrong. Not damp or piney like it should, but old. Like a closed attic that remembers everything you've ever lost. My footsteps started to sound delayed, as if the ground needed time to decide whether to echo them back. Then I heard it again. Elaine. This time it came from ahead of me. I froze. Here's the thing about forests at night. They don't feel empty. They feel crowded. Every tree becomes a watcher. Every shadow feels like it leaned closer while you weren't looking. I'm not falling for this, I muttered, even though my mouth had gone dry. I turned to leave. The trail was gone. Where there had been dirt and markers was now a wall of trees. No gap. No path. Just trunks packed together so tight they looked grown on purpose. Behind me, something exhaled. Slow. Wet. Patient. I ran. Branches clawed at my jacket. Roots reached up like fingers trying to trip me. The forest bent inward, guiding me whether I wanted it to or not. I could hear footsteps now. Not chasing. Matching my pace exactly. I screamed when I saw the clearing. A wide circle of dead leaves and bare earth. In the center stood a wooden sign, freshly carved. Elaine. You're late. My phone buzzed. No signal. No bars. But a text came through anyway. Unknown, you shouldn't have said your name out loud. I spun around. The trees at the edge of the clearing were wrong. Their trunks twisted like they'd been wrung out. Faces bulged beneath the bark. Mouths open in silent screams, eyes sealed shut by sap. Another message buzzed. Unknown, it heard you. The breathing was louder now. Right behind me. I didn't turn around. Every instinct screamed not to. I stared at the sign instead, because somehow that felt safer than whatever stood inches from my back. What do you want? I shouted. The forest answered. It didn't use words. The ground pulsed. The trees leaned. The air vibrated with a sound like thousands of voices trying to inhale at once. Then a shape stepped into the clearing. It wore a person the way you'd wear a coat that didn't quite fit. Arms too long. Knees bent the wrong direction. Its face was smooth, except for the mouth, which stretched far wider than it should have. I want, it said, my voice spilling out of its mouth, to keep what wanders in. I stumbled backward. It smiled. The trees smiled with it. You spoke, it continued. You listened. That means you're mine. My phone buzzed one last time. Unknown, if you can still read this, don't let it finish learning you. I threw the phone into the creature's mouth. It screamed. The sound shattered the clearing. Trees split. Sap sprayed like blood. The thing staggered, clawing at its face as if burning from the inside. I ran again. This time the trail was there. I didn't stop running until I hit pavement and streetlights and the sweet, boring sound of distant traffic. I never went back. But sometimes, late at night, my phone buzzes with no notification. And just before it does, I hear the forest breathing. Practicing my name.